Welcome back to Terry's Corner, everybody. Really excited to wrap up the year. We are 2025. That's where time it is here in Ocean City, Maryland, and that's what time it is where you are too. So let's get right after it. Last year, we predicted 1,150 sales and settlements here in Ocean City proper. What did the market do? So here are the numbers. We closed 1,184. However, of that 1,184, 64 of them were below 200,000. So since historically here we only talk about north of 200 grand, there were 1120. So my number was 1150. We scored 1120. Pretty darn close. How do we figure out what's going to happen? Well, let's take a look at what really happened. Here are the fun updates. Between 200 G's and $500,000 here in Ocean City proper, 654 families got lucky and settled on their properties. That is a 58% market share in that price point. Between $500,000 and $750,000, where are we? Between $500,000 and $750,000, we were almost exactly a third of the market. That means we had 368. Those numbers are being balanced against the 1120, by the way. In between $750,000 and $1 million, 83 lucky families closed on those properties. And that is a market share of 7% of the 1120. Last but not least, north of $1 million, a record high here in Ocean City proper, 62 families. We're going to call that 5% of the market. So 5% of the market was north of $1 million here in Ocean City. What do we predict going forward? Well, first and foremost, we have to look at what the inventory is. Right now, today, north of $200,000. We have 370 families with their property ready to sell in the marketplace for winter and spring sales. If you do the math, and this is what I historically do, I predict 3 turns on the inventory. 3 turns on the inventory, 3 times 370, everybody, that math is 1110. So I would suspect we're almost going to hit the exact same number that we hit last year. I predicted 1150. Some of that will be interest rate sensitive, and we're going to get there now. So sales in 2025, I'm putting my number out there at 1,100. North of 200,000, that's what I think. There's going to be 1,100 settlements north of 200K. The dynamics and the price points are going to adjust just slightly. With the rates in the 6s and the 7s for a second home, I expect that our range between $500,000 and $750,000 will be more active. Last year, if you remember what I just said, 33%, I think we're going up 7%. I think 40% of the market is going to travel between $500,000 and $750,000. Those families can absorb their cash flow a little bit different than the folks on the early end. So I think between $500,000 and $750,000, we're going to have a market share of 40%. That means that if I believe that, I believe also that north of 750, that market share is going to go up as well. The share between 750 and $1 million, I think that's going to go up to 10%. If both of those markets go up, then the average sales price here in Ocean City goes up. And that would, I suspect that'll be a 10% increase at that top end of the market. I know this is a long-winded discussion. I didn't take a break for air. But what do we do at the end of each one of these discussions? We talk about hire a local agent, a local mortgage company, a local title company, and then what do? 1, 2, 3. You lock it up in 2025 and get your beach house.